Jurassic World, powered by Akliz. What is up, guys? Melek here, and today we are back in action playing some Jurassic World, and today's going to be freaking amazing. If you guys enjoy, make sure to go and click the like button. I'd really appreciate it, and it would help me out tremendously. So we are over here at Sedarius's base, and he has like a big Mekanism reactor, which last time I played Mekanism wasn't a thing. I don't think anyways. I've never done like super advanced Mekanism anyways. This is really cool. This is like something that we're going to eventually get into, but I thought I would just go ahead and show it. So the way this works is you have these solar evaporation like chambers. So you put water in here, and then it gets, I guess, power, and then it turns into brine. Now, all three of these guys produce brine, and this isn't my setup, so I might explain this a little bit wrong, but hopefully I get it right. The brine actually comes into this guy right here, and it turns into liquid lithium. Now, liquid lithium is a very cool substance, but it gets pulled out of here and turns liquid lithium with a rotary condensator, something like that. Anyways, liquid lithium turns into lithium, which then gets pulled out and turns into tritium. Now, over here, we actually, you have these pumps right here, and the pumps have a filter, and it filters out heavy water. Now, heavy water is actually a substance in real life. I think we get it from, like, seawater or something. So, yeah, anyways, it's getting heavy water out of this water, and it's turning the heavy water into, I guess it's into deuterium and oxygen, something like that. Anyways, both tritium and deuterium turn into DT fuel, which is, you know, deuterium and tritium, so fuel. So yeah, it turns into this purple substance, and this is what the reactor is actually fed on. Now, to get this started, I was trying to watch him yesterday do this. Apparently, it needs a laser, like a bunch of lasers, and then the laser needs like 450 million RF, and it shoots like a big, I guess, big beam of power into the center of the reactor, which is really, really cool. Now we have the reactor. It's producing almost 200,000 RF a tick, which is awesome. And I mean, this setup, it looks complicated, like it's expensive to make all these parts, but it's actually really simple. I mean, all you got to do is make two different liquids and put the liquids in here. And of course, you have to get the, I think, initial 450 million RF and then do all this laser stuff. But it's actually a pretty simple setup. Now, I've been talking to him. He said he made this thing just recently. It's called I guess, induction casing. And this guy holds a lot of power. It holds like 20, let's see, each block can store like 20, is that giga RF or something insane? I'm not sure. But yeah, 500 million RF to start it up. Yeah, so more fuel equals higher temps equals more RF a tick. But it's already doing 200,000 RF a tick, which he has no earthly use for. But these guys look really cool. You can make them up to 18 by 18 by 18. And apparently, yeah, like I said, each block holds up like to 20 giga RF, whatever that is. I'm guessing that's like maybe 20 billion or something. I don't know. Apparently, it's kind of like a draconic evolution structure or something. But yeah, I just want to show off Sedarius' little setup. I think it is really, really cool. Also, this is his base. I'll probably do maybe some other base tours in the future. We can go check out alien fishes at some other time. If you guys want to see some more mini base tours, then comment down below, and I will be happy to oblige. A lot of guys have a lot of cool stuff on here. And I'm excited because I haven't seen this before, so that's actually really awesome. Anyways, I'll meet you guys back at the base. Okay, so we are back at our very measly non-reactor powered compound, and this guy's actually been going to town. I think we've gained about 100 ingots of every berry in a 24-hour period. Maybe more, maybe like a 48-hour period. But I mean, it's only 9 bushes of each thing, and it's passive. Like I'm getting stuff for free passively. Like, I mean, it takes a little bit of energy, but not really that much. But so what we're gonna do is we are going to make some cyclic assemblers. Now, I think I have everything in my inventory to actually make these guys, and they're going to automatically convert these into ingots. So let's go ahead and do this. Boom! We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, we want 5 of these guys. Let's go ahead and throw all this stuff away. And we're also going to do some other stuff. Hopefully get into maybe possibly making Tesseracts today because we want that freaking power. So let us get rid of all these guys. We want to get rid of this guy and then this guy and then these 3 guys. So there we go. We got all that. And then we want to set down cyclic assemblers right here. Now this is going to pretty much just collect all the stuff. Now we need to hook up power to it. I don't have power right now hooked up to it, but we'll go ahead and do that here in a second. But pretty much it's just going to stick the berries inside of here, and then the cyclic assemblers is just going to auto-craft these guys into their actual ingot form, and then we're going to store the ingot form. So yeah, let me do that. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to go ahead and hook these guys up. So I went ahead and put the caches underneath, and I put all of the ore berries actually inside of these guys right here. So why did that do that? Why is there an iron piece stuck right there? Must happen while I was transferring stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and hook up the power of these guys. We're going to do something like so. And then we're just going to do something like this and bring it all the way up here. Now that we have this, I guess I could just route this anywhere I want to. It doesn't even really have to be like right here. But let's just go ahead and hook up the power. See, boom, and then I don't know if this is far enough. Is it far enough? Nope, that is too far, I think. Right? Yes, that is too far. So let us do something like this, and like I said before many times, we can make this look pretty later and off camera. So yeah, there we go. These guys now have power, right? And I went ahead and put the schematics in these guys. So for the schematic on this, we want to do something like this, boom, and then we should see it. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so it looks like aluminum doesn't actually do anything, but everything else should, right? Yeah, there we go. So now we have 10. Which should be a thing. Let's go ahead and stick that there. There we go. 10. So now this is going to convert everything into 10, and it looks like it is throwing it out behind, which is not what we want to do. We wanted to tell this to output in the back. Let's just go ahead and grab all the 10 here. And look, we got over a stack of 10, which is really, really cool. Let me go ahead and grab all this 10 as well. And then let's just go ahead and do some of these other guys. So it's pretty much a fully automated solution. There we go. Boom. And does this not work either? Okay, it looks like some of these guys don't actually work, which is weird. Let's just go ahead and tell this to output out the bottom. But I think it's kind of cool that they can actually output out the back of these conveyor belts. So you might actually do some automation with that. I didn't know they could do that. But that's actually really, really cool. Let's just go ahead and do this. Boom. Oh, and wait, one last one. There we go. Awesome. Done. And it should put it right here. There we go. Look at this. We have 47 iron ingots, which is sweet. Okay, we're back. So what we need to do is make some fluid transposers. Now, these guys actually put fluids inside of objects, which I'll show you here in a second. Why can't I make, what am I missing? I have the glass. I have the copper gears. I do not have the redstone No, that's not, but don't judge me. Okay, now we have everything we need. So we want 4 fluid transposers. Now, we might use more or less later. I'm not exactly sure. And then we want some magma crucibles. Now, I'm probably going to make a couple of these because we actually want lava as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make... these guys actually require leadstone energy cells, which require redstone, lead, and glass. Okay, so we're going to have to go get some stuff. Let me go ahead and get a couple stacks of redstone here. Leadstone, we want to make a bunch of these guys. Even though I didn't need that many, then we want to do this. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and make 4 of these guys. We'll probably need more in the future. But we're just going to make enough for the fluid and the magma things. And these guys can, like I said, turn stuff into lava. So we'll probably use that functionality a little bit later because we do find ourselves needing some lava. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stick, I guess it doesn't really matter which side I do. But I guess I could stick the fluid transposers in the we're going to do a very basic setup, something like this. So let me go ahead and grab the fluid transposers. We're going to go boom, boom, and then the magma crucibles. There we go. And then now we have to set these guys up. So we're just going to say, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can say input from the top and then output out the bottom, like so. It doesn't matter. Let's do red. And then from this, we'll do the same thing. We'll say input from the top and output out the bottom. Now we can actually put other stuff like redstone, glowstone, ender pearls, and things like that. If we look up Tesseract, let's look up Tesseract. We actually need some Enderium ingots, and then we also need some liquid ender. So for Enderium, we need, let's see, this guy, and then we need a resonant ender bucket. Now, a resonant ender bucket is the same thing as what you have to do this. So you have to put ender pearls in, and it turns into resonant ender, and then that's how you fill up the Tesseract and also get the resonant ender buckets. Now, we do have the end available, which we might go check out here in a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys. We can just kind of stick stuff like this inside, and it works, and it does automatically its thing. Of course, we don't have any power right now, so it's not going to work. But let's just go ahead and do a little bit of this action. There we go. So now it should have power, right? Yes, it should have power. And it should slowly melt the ender pearls into the liquid form, which is very, very slow because it's the very first step, and down into its thing. Okay, so I went ahead and put a bunch of redstone in this guy. It's making destabilized redstone. I put some glowstone into here. So we have 3 of the basic liquids that we need. Now, we can use this 4th one from different things like pyrotheum or cryotheum or, liquefacted coal or whatever that we need. We can use this, and we might just make it eventually an individual crucible per thing. But for now, this is all the setup we need. Now, I wanted to make some lava, so let's just go ahead and do some of this action. I'm just going to do a super easy setup. We're going to do something like this. Boom, boom, and then we are going to stick a drum in the center. Now, for this should start filling up with power any moment, but I'm going to go ahead and stick some cobblestone in here, and then we are just going to tell it to output out the left, and then output out the right, and there we go. We should get some lava here in a little bit. Magma Crucible. Oh, wow, this is like really slow, and it uses a lot of power. I didn't realize this used so much power. Maybe they changed it because I don't remember using this much power, but each piece of cobblestone, it looks like, makes 1 bucket of lava, which I don't think used to be a thing anymore. I mean, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird. But if we look right here, it'll show, yeah, 1 bucket of lava. So maybe that's why it uses so much more power and why it's super slow. Now, we can upgrade all these machines that we have from thermal expansion later. But for now, I just kind of want to see if this guy is going to do its thing. So, yeah, this should be... Yeah, it's 1 bucket. So each cobblestone makes 1 bucket, which is crazy. I kind of like that, though. I like that it's harder, but it makes a whole bucket. That's actually really cool. Instead of dumping thousands upon thousands of cobblestone in here, you just need a few or whatever. But we're gonna leave that, let that do its thing. We are going to head down into the end, and we're gonna kill a bunch of endermen because we actually need some of that stuff. So I have it saved where the end portal is. I'm just not exactly sure. Let's see, alien fish's base, end portal. There we go. 25 meters. Let's head this way. And then this way, I need to make a proper path. Also having maybe just maybe a minecart way down would be really nice as well. But let me go ahead and stick all this stuff. Now, the thing is there's an ender chest here. So once we come in here, we can actually drop all of our stuff in an ender chest. So including anything that we get. So that's actually really good. So let's just go ahead. Let's head into the end. Now, we're probably going to I think we're probably going to kill the end dragon maybe this coming Friday. Now, I didn't stream this last Friday because I was actually uploading, and it took me several hours. So I would have had to start really late at night. But yeah, there we go. Here's the end. Now, some people, oh yeah, they left some stuff here. Now, with my ender chest, I can just throw my stuff in here and just throw myself off the edge of the cliff and then go back to the overworld, which is cool. Now, all we got to do is I built this little platform right here. We just got to look at a bunch of endermen and then just stay here and murder some endermen. So that's awesome. I'm going to sit here and do this for a while, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. So I have been doing some stuff here. I'm a little salty, though, because I actually lost all my stuff, or at least all my stuff in, my knapsack. Now, for some reason, I don't know why. For some reason, I was thinking that you couldn't actually lose your knapsack, that was really dumb of me, but I lost my knapsack. So that means I lost everything that was in there, including all of my dinos, all of my tools. So I went ahead and made new tools. I had to make all the wrenches, the tools, my mining drill, everything over, which was a giant pain. I had to go mining for manual for a little bit and do that kind of stuff. Now, I did have a backup pickaxe, so it wasn't really that bad. I actually haven't used any of these tools yet. So yeah, that means they're all level 1 and that kind of stuff. So I'm a little salty. It's fine though. It's fine. So we're gonna try to make our first Tesseract. Also, since I'm doing new dinosaurs, I went ahead and made a new name tag. Also, a bunch of people suggested the name Monty, I think for the Dilophosaur or something. I need to recheck the names. But yeah, I made a name tag for Monty, and I made a bunch of name tags. Also, let's see. Yeah, Hayes left me some gold horse armor and 3 saddles. Now, I tried to put the saddle on the Triceratops over there, but it wouldn't let me. I'm not exactly sure why. But anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to grab, let's see. I want to grab, I guess that's it. So to make this, we need to make pyrotheum dust. Now, for pyrotheum, we need pulverized coal, blaze powder, redstone, and sulfur. And we get 2 pyrotheum dust per thing. And then next up, we actually need, let me go ahead and grab, let's see, what is this right here? We are looking for, yeah, pulverized shiny right here. So now, to make the actual Enderium blend, what we need to do is we need to take some of our liquid ender. We need 4 buckets worth. So let me go ahead and grab all these guys. Where? Oh, it stuck it down here, right? Oh, yeah. This was a bad idea to put a chest right underneath the thing. Oh, dang it. I don't have a dolly, do I? Okay, fine. We'll just break this. There we go. Give me all of those. I'll stick that right there. So we have 4 of these. Let's go ahead. We want 2 things of 10. And then, nope, that is not the way it goes. Let's come over here. We want the bucket. We want the 2 things of 10. We want the shiny. And then we want the silver. Something like that, yeah. So we get 4 Enderium blend per thing, which is good. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of these guys. There we go. There we go. So we got 16 Enderium blend. Now, what we got to do is we got to stick the Enderium blend in here with the pyrotheum dust. Let's go ahead and grab this. Boom. There we go. And then this actually gives us Enderium ingots. Now, let's go ahead and grab a diamond. We need 4 Enderium ingots. Let's, where is my diamonds at? Actually, let's grab 2 of these guys. 1, 2, there we go. Boom. So we got 2 Enderium ingots. Oh, does this actually make 2 per thing? Yes, it does. Oh, no, it makes it 2 at a time. Or it uses 2 of these at a time. So, yeah, we'll get 1 per thing. So, yeah, we have enough actual technology to make a single Tesseract frame. Boom, single Tesseract frame. Let's go ahead and start filling this dude up. Boom. And then let's grab these guys. Come on, give me 1 more. We need 2 Tesseracts for this to work properly. There we go. There's 4. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. Boom, there we go. So we got a second one. And then let us put the second test. What, is that like a buffering station that's a thing now? I didn't know that was a thing. Is this actually going to like... Oh, yeah, it's like a buffering station. That's cool. I didn't know that was... Oh, my God. Did I really do this again? There we go. Okay, so this chest is... We're just going to stick the chest right there for now. But, yeah, we got a single Tesseract, which is awesome. So we can start actually transferring power and items and whatever else wirelessly, which is amazing. Now, we need to actually work on our power game. Power game is going to be next because this power right here sucks. We need better power. And I have an idea for that, but that's going to have to wait until later episodes. Also, I was thinking we don't have that much room over here, so we can split maybe this cage into 2 or 4 cages. Maybe have like a path down the middle and then split these in half so we can have like 2 to 4 right here, or maybe, I don't know. And then because we want a cage or like a habitat for each separate dino. And we don't have a lot of room to work with. Now, if people on the server, if they want to come over here and maybe like help me sketch out an area or maybe clear some stuff, or maybe put a sign somewhere and be like, hey, this would be a perfect spot for something, then feel free to help me out. I mean, I would appreciate the help. Now, back here, I spent doing this, I did this like last night. I made this little path through. Now, unfortunately, elusive ghost base is back here, which I didn't realize, so I can't really use this whole area. What I might do is kind of wall this off right here, though. Something like that. Wall this off right here. And then we can still use this back area as kind of like another dino pin, maybe for like the bigger dinosaurs like the Brontosauruses or, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I'm going to go and call the video there. If you guys enjoy, make sure to go and click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. I love your all's faces, and I'll see you guys in the next one.